While designing the test cases, what is a good test case? How will you define that this is a good test case and this is not? So there are, test cases are the beginning of testing. You cannot just go and test. You have to write test cases. That is, what is the use case? What is the precondition? What are you going to test? What are the precondition? What are the post condition? What are the expected results? What are the actual results? And there are so many other things which we write in the test case template. But we cannot just make test case like this. We have to be very sure that it has to be a good test. So there are certain characteristics, attributes of a good test, or we can define it to be a good test when it has a high probability of finding an error. Always testing is done with an intent to find an error. This is a traditional definition. But if you are testing and if you don't get an error, that means you have failed. As a tester, you have failed. So tester must understand the software and how it might fail. So now you have the high possibility and probability of finding an error. That is a good test case. A good test case is not redundant. That means there should not be any duplicacy. For example, if you have written a test case and the other test case, they are eyeing upon the same thing. They are doing the same test, maybe in different way, but the same test. This is redundant. We don't need the test cases to be redundant. Every test case should have a different purpose and sole different purpose to check a different functionality or different, possibility. A good test case should be best of breed. Now the horse coming from Arabs, they are best of breeds in all the horses found everywhere in the world or anywhere in the world. What is the good thing about those horses? They are best of breed. Same thing here. What does it mean when we talk about the testing? See, you will write a test case. You are trying to find out an error. But a test case, if it can find out a whole class of errors everywhere, wherever this error is, that class comes to you. Oh, this kind of error is everywhere. So a good test case is now best of breed. You are not just trying to find out one or two errors, but the whole class, whole breed of errors. That is called a good test case. A good test case or a good test should neither be too simple nor too complex. If it is too simple, it may not be able to uncover the error. Complex, you will not be able to understand it.